Hello everyone, my name is Aiden and welcome to my channel. This will be my first ever video on this new channel that I've made, and what I'm going to be doing is playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, but I will be voicing all the characters. Fun. Cause it's been a while since I've done some YouTube, and since that time I've been working on becoming a voice actor in my spare time. And I have gotten, a lot of practice, a lot of coaching, and gotten much better with my voice acting. So this will kind of be a fun way of showing off what I can do, but also a little practice. So let's get this started with episode 1, the first turnabout. Ooh. There was blood. Oh my. What happened? Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this! Uh-oh. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Uh-oh. Someone like him. Uh-oh. I'll make it look like he did it! Oh no. Not a framed murder. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hi, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Uh-oh. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Oh my gosh. Give me the death sentence. I'm not afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Oh my. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? I don't know. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspaper said it was you. Oh no. That's not good. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested, the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's do this. We gotta save our friend from being pinned for murder. Let's see if we can do it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Oh my. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial would defy the... oh my gosh. Will decide the fate of your client. Sometimes I'm gonna fumble with these lines, because, you know, I haven't been voice acting in a hot minute because of personal situation, so it's been a while, but I'll get used to it. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to assert your readiness. Or ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them correctly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. That's who. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Yeah, tutorial. We're just gonna be learning stuff. Enjoy. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Do we know that? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait... oh... no! No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Oh, poor Mia. He'll be alright. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check on it anytime, okay? I will. Thank you. Let's go look at it. Who is our victim? Cindy Stone. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Okay, good to know. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Oh my. I'll try my best, Mia. Cinder block? Oh my gosh. I forgot some of these things. I haven't played this game in a while. No, it's Cindy Stone. Cinder block. Yeah, her name's Cinder block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... Great question. I think she was hit by a blunt trauma. There we go. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed. That's for sure. Well then, first a question for the prosecutor, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court what just happened? Just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Wow, what a description. Ooh. Sorry, I need some water. Gotta make sure my throat is perfectly lubricated for voicing. Yeah. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Yes, I will use tab. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Well, we'll see how this goes.
Ahem! Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey! Watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony! Didn't they all die? Yes. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking all my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we called by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the other day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. Okay. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she has several sugar daddies.
Oh my. Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who give her gifts and money. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? We should probably stop him. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Oh my. Yeah, sometimes they'll just like lines of text will just go on without me pressing anything. Anyways, let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Oh, he went. What do I do? Just stop him. Stop him in general. I'll send him a signal. Oh, we'll see how that goes. Lie like a dog. Well, let's see. It's like this. I don't remember.
You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you.
I got a bad feeling about this.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing from the crime scene.
Uh-oh, that's not a good look. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Solid to the stand.
Oh wow, Frank Solid. What a name.
Mr. Solid, you saw newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Solid, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Fun. The meat of the game. The testimonies. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing from an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Oh my. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remembered the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Okay. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the night of the crime. Okay, good to know. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you're supposed to expose the lies in the testimonies the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find a contradiction between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record and point out the contradiction in the testimony. Yes, I love seeing these button prompts. I love how, I mean, obviously it's a video game, so they have to say it, but like, it's just funny when they have to. Okay, we're going, oh my.
Whoa. Do I? That's a lot. 'Cause normally I would press all these, but that's a lot of statements. I forgot it was that long. Okay, let's see. I guess we can cross, reference and see which we have. Okay. So, death was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. We have the thinker. Okay. And it went out to noon to 6. Is that helpful for us at all? I don't know. I mean, if worst comes to worst, I might just press all these, but I don't want to have to do all that because there's so many. But sometimes you do need to press them. It wasn't working. It was 1 p.m. Okay. Oh, time of death. That's the problem, because, time of death was 4 to 5.
Objection!
It can't have been 1 p.m. You found the body at 1 p.m. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the first time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Oh, that! This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time!
After his testimony, I find that quite hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait! I remember now.
Would you care to give testimony again? Your testimony again? Yeah. The time of discovery. Why do you say it was 1 p.m., sir?
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, was it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Okay, then. If that's what you say. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. Okay, let's see what we got. I heard the time. Oh, yeah, the power was out, right? Hold on, let me look. I'm not gonna present this one, I'm just checking to see, because, day of the crime, noon to 6, okay. So, we just gotta find the right thing. Wasn't it? I mean, 1 o'clock is part of the noon to 6, so... That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. What do I... Ooh, I don't know. Which one do I... Because I have this problem with the Ace Attorney series, is that, like, sometimes multiple statements may work. Not that they actually do work, but like I think they could be the right statement, but they are the wrong statement, and then I get penalized. So I have to choose the right statement. I guess the victim must have been watching a video on a taped program. I want to say either, you know what? I'm gonna press you on this one. I'm not gonna press you on everything, but I'm gonna press you on some things. A video?
Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong.
True. Right. I think the problem lies someplace else. We've agreed that you heard the time at the scene then. Okay. Let's press this one. Just to make sure. Are you sure the voice you heard said it was 1 p.m.?
Yes, I can correctly hear it now. It was quite clear.
Mr. Payne, has the prosecution verified this testimony?
My apologies, Your Honor. I, too, have only just learned about the witness heard the time. Oh, I'm really sorry. I only remembered it just now.
Sure, just now. I think I'm gonna present it on this one.
Objection!
Yeah, okay, I was right. I was just making sure. Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Gah!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sowit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite.
Uh-oh. He's starting to crack.
Oh, wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sowit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. Uh-oh.
My apologies, Your Honor. It, must have been the shock of finding the body.
Oh, very well, Mr. Sowit. Let's hear your testimony one more time, please. Oh my. Of course. Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Ah, yes, the murder weapon. The weapon used it to kill the victim. The killer used it to hit the victim, oh my god. That must have been what I saw.
What? You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. This is the first time hearing about a clock. Could you kind of explain the clock? A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first time I've heard of it. Okay. The murder weapon?
Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something?
Something fishy here. Uh. It doesn't look like a clock.
Objection!
Care to explain? Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Solid.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock! Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just have to tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
Wow, that would have been very nice to know earlier. I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes. We always have problems with them. Whenever there is a yes or no answer, the answer is always yes. Especially in these games. I'll tell you that. Well, not all the time. There's sometimes. But most times it's yes. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You're inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Oh my gosh, sorry. I was thinking of that Daisy thing. That Daisy voice line from Mario Strikers. Anyways.
Prove it! Prove I went in there!
I'll do better than that. I'll prove that you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blows triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Uh-oh, we're really getting to the meat of this. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture!
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no.
Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh my. Oh, he just took off his, like, toupee, I think it's called, right? Yeah, that's what they're called. The thing, like, when you have hair on top of your head that's not real. Yeah.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him! I tell you, I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death!
Oh my. Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting this defense's claims.
Mr. Wright? Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Do I? That's a great question. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. In fact, which is clear if you simply, could try sounding it. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That's certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what the time is now?
It's 11:25.
Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Solid heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Solid, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
While it may seem like this clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
Oh my. He's right. How do I am going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Solid.
I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Well,
not so fast, Mr. Sawit.
Uh-oh. What you got, Mia?
Mia? I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slowed down the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right, Mr. Wright?
Oh my. Can you think of a reason why the clock could be 3 hours slow? I mean, it's based off a European statue, and she went to Paris. So maybe she bought it at Paris, and it's using Paris time? Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have any evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the courtroom that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Huh, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was slow. The only thing I can think of is the passport. The victim had just returned from abroad. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day. There. Ugh. The clock wasn't 3 hours low, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Solid. Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh my. Oh my, he's just foaming in the mouth. Is he okay? Do we need doctors? Did he pass out? Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay! Confetti! I don't know why there's confetti in the courtroom. Maybe they got confetti cannons for this. And with that, this court is adjourned. Yay! We found him not guilty. We did it. It turns out that Mr. Sawit was a common burglar. Burglar. There we go. I can't read. He posted as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Solid let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching his place, the victim had returned. Flustered, Mr. Solid grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and bopped her in the head. Yeah. Whew. I still can't believe we've won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief look this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. Yeah, stop crying. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts innocent. Oh my. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Well, let's celebrate. Dinner? A movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one that got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. I don't want the murder weapon. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? That's a really nice statue. Wow. Especially if you made it. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she just played me for a fool. Doesn't that just want to make you cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Don't you have something you could show your friend? Something that could prove how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh. I mean, this isn't important, but sometimes after a case, they'll want you to present something. Like, you don't actually have to get it right, but sometimes they'll let you present something. I guess the statue, like, just her having the statue in general was, like, you know, enough for her to, like, you know, like, because, like, a normal person, like, if they didn't care about it, they would have just, like, thrown it away or re-gifted it. But she actually kept it, so she must have liked you. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little bit better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Aww. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, what about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry... You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. Maybe. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. I'm like, oh, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. My bad. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. Uh-oh. The end. I'm gonna wait for saving content. There we go. We are gonna stop here. This is a perfect place to stop. So yeah, that is it for today. If you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.